Hello everyone, I'm Grim, and today we're going to go over my first impressions of vHand, which is a software for artists that VTube or use PNG tubers, and they want to add a hand rig with drawing sounds to their streams or videos. If you're an artist considering the software and you're not sure if it's worth it, stick around and I'll give you my first impressions playing with it. Or if you're like me and just interested in tracking technology and what people in the community are making. I personally used to stream and VTube regularly, and I've used similar software to capture hands, tablet motion, keyboard presses, and all those doodads. So this is coming from someone with experience using these in tandem with PNG and 3D rigs. I also love playing with software, as I mentioned, especially for VTubing, because I think it's a fascinating lens for people to express themselves through, both in terms of their identity and their art. Anyway, we'll go over what vHand is, then jump over to my first impressions exploring the software, and at the end I'll let you know whether I think the $12 I paid for it is worth it. As a heads up, this is not sponsored. I paid for the software myself because I was curious about it. So what is vHand anyway? vHand is meant to realistically simulate your drawing motion as well as providing dynamic sketching sounds. It includes some preset rigs, sliders, and particle trails to customize, and it has mod support right out of the box. It's made by Coldy Art, so if you end up liking it, make sure to check out their website. Now, let's jump into the footage of me exploring the program. As a note, I'm going in blind, so you'll just be seeing me generally explore the software and give my thoughts as I go. It'll be a little meandering and stream of consciousness, unlike these parts that obviously I wrote a script for. Alrighty then, hello everyone, and we're here in live software playing time. So it's time to play with vHand. Let's start by exploring the settings. This is just the preset hand. The particle lines don't appear to be doing anything. Oh, I can choose pens? Okay, those are binary sliders. It makes noise when I click. Okay, I need to turn that down a little in my recording. Oh, it makes noises whenever I click. That is fascinating. I think immediately what I would love to see is some sort of hook into your drawing software that potentially changes the pen based on what you're using, but that would be really complicated, I imagine. So trying to set that up might be a headache. Oh, the bunny pen is so cute. Oh, I love all of these so much. These are delightful. Okay. So that's all of the pens. Oh, and I can change the colors of them. Oh, that's so rad. So you could draw it in grayscale and then just use this to adjust the color on the whole thing. That is sick. I love that. That's some really nice inbuilt customization. There's a lot of hands. Okay, so looks like hand one is just a little thinner. Then there's furry hand. That's cool. And then there's the chibi hand. That is very cute. I might have to use the chibi hand with my model. All right, we'll put it back to hand one. Oh, and you can customize all of the colors like this. So this is really cool. Having the ability to input direct hex codes for the customization means you can just make things that immediately match your model without needing to build any rigging in there. That is super cool. And the forearm part being separate is neat because it means you could make a floating hand instead of having the entire forearm covering up your drawing potentially. So that is cool. I really like that. Let's set something approximately close to my sleeves. We'll kind of build a janky Grim. It looks like you can get furry stripes, but you must have the furry stuff. So there are things locked to certain hands, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm always in favor of softwares letting you make things that are a little bit buggier in favor of more customization. I wish that wasn't locked to specific hands, but now we know. And then there's effects for when you draw. I really like the stars. Those are very cute. Aurora is really sharp. I like this effect because it's so simple. I would honestly love to see a color slider on this one. Or an ability to remove the sparkles entirely, because just a simple line like that is sometimes plenty enough for a lot of VTubers. Bubbles, oh. I love the way they float. That's like so accurate to real life bubbles. So that is really cool. I will say I don't like covering the UI when I reach over here like this. That is something that I think the layering needs to be changed, or at least do something that makes the UI maybe slightly transparent with the hand underneath of it to control the settings, because that's a little hard to see. Especially if you have a custom mouse like me. Oh, sweet. And here's all the other settings. I probably should have gone over these first. Effects on press, on move. I can swap myself to left-handed. That is really nice. I like that a bunch. There is hand scale. I imagine you'd want to adjust this. I'd like a button to reset this to default. That'd be really nice. It'd just be good quality of life to have. Or I can make the hand utterly massive. I will say, having the hand this big, you can see a little bit of degradation in the image quality of it not quite being drawn high resolution enough. So if you want to use this program with the hand set to this big, you might want to see if it's possible to make a higher resolution rig, which will be heavier on your system, but that's the price to pay for stuff that looks good when it's this zoomed in. But it's not a big deal if you're going to be working with about the default size hand. My final thoughts on vHand is that I think for $12, it's not bad at all. The biggest thing it has going for it is playing audio while you're drawing, and lots of pretty good preset options. I personally haven't played with the mod support for it to make your own custom stuff, but it looks pretty easy to use and supports a lot more layering options than, say, something like Spud Tablet. However, when it comes to if I think it's worth it to get right now, that comes with a big asterisk. It's still in early development at version 1.2, so the software is a little bare bones at the moment and could use some quality of life updates, such as the UI covering awkwardness and being able to reset your hand scale to default. However, if you're particularly interested in the particle effects, ASMR audio while drawing, or the slightly nicer hand rigging and presets, then I'd spring for it. It's not a bad price at all for what it does. But if you don't need any of those features specifically, I would say to go get Spud Tablet instead. It's free, the rigging is a bit less polished, but it'll do the job, and it comes with a front tablet view too. I think vHand has a lot of potential to become a really user-friendly and polished option, And the last development update I saw on ColdyArt's Twitter was July 17th, so we'll hopefully see more exciting features soon. Also, don't roast me for still calling it Twitter. I barely go on the site anyway now. My personal wish list when it comes to features is probably more customization for particle effects and noises, and those quality of life updates like I mentioned earlier. I would also love to see better documentation, since currently the mod guide we have is a video on a tweet that you have to get to through the update log on Steam. It took me a little bit to find. There should probably just be a website for it. Anyway, though, all of that said, it's a really fun software to play with. I found myself turning it on while I was drawing on my own just to listen to the noises as I drew. But if you have your own thoughts and wishlist features, feel free to share them below in the comments. And that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed poking around a new VTubing program with me. I know it's a sort of new type of video, but it is something I earnestly wanted to explore. And now's the time to, while I'm starting out this channel a little more seriously. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like me to make further videos about vHand, feel free to let me know. I might make something working on my own custom hand rig for it, maybe a tutorial about setting it up in OBS if there's interest, that sort of thing. In the meantime, however, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.